vacation. This is just us getting ready Saturday. And we're gonna go down to the Keys first thing in the morning, and here we set up. Everything pretty much ready, packed, ready to go. I have to wash the boat today. We've got it hooked up to the Jeep. Jeep's filled full of gas, and the boat is almost empty with gas. So we're hoping we're gonna be able to at least get gas on the way down there. Last week we had that little bit of a scare. You know, the pipeline was clogged up and hacked or whatever happened to it. But at the end of the day, Florida wasn't affected too bad. So this is us getting ready for the Keys, just like anybody else. Worried to death that we've got everything packed, everything ready to go, from snorkeling to bait to the boat's rigged out right. I had to put new brakes on it all the way around, which ended up being rotors, brakes, liners, new lines on a 4-year-old trailer. Salt water is not your friend, guys. So just as long as we all know that. So, like I was saying, this is us getting ready to go to the Keys. It's a little bit windy. We're hoping that the weather does calm down. According to Windfinder and a couple other apps, we're supposed to be getting some pretty decent weather. I'm gonna spend today, Saturday, as I was saying earlier, just getting ready, getting the boat ready, going over the final check list. And if I haven't said it before, I'm in aviation, so my life is all about checklists. But as you can see, it's a beautiful day here in Stuart, Florida. And we're gonna get ready as soon as we can. The wife is getting dressed right now. You see, I've got all my rods in the background. I'm gonna take about 15 total. Do a little bit of reef fishing, hopefully, a little bit of offshore fishing if the weather permits. I do have a Key West 219 FS, so it's not really an offshore rated boat to go 40, 50 miles out. But if the weather's good, the waves are laid down, and the forecast is good, I'll take it out 25, 30 and maybe cruise to Hump. There'll be plenty other boats out there also. And hopefully everything's gonna be fine. This is the beginning of this little adventure down to the Keys for 4 nights, 5 days. And we're gonna try to extend it because the weather's looking better for next weekend, believe it or not. So we're gonna see if we can extend out, stay a couple extra days so that we can get out and do some good snorkeling and actually enjoy ourselves. So we'll pick it up later. Now I'm gonna wash the boat. Final time. Jewfish Creek.
We are at Coconut Cay Resort and Marina in Marathon Key. We chose this particular one so that we could keep our boat tied directly behind our room. The outside of the cottages or rooms, pardon me, are quite unique, very Keys. Each one is done differently. Or when your head's down. This way.
What do you think, Rich? Almost. Worth the trip, ain't it?
Hello.
Hello. Sitting at Key West. We were going down to the most southern point. However, it was not worth the wait in line of about 100 people, and of course there was nowhere to park either. So we decided to drive down a little ways to another jetty out into the ocean and just kind of take our view from there. It was a really nice Coast Guard cutter off in the distance from the most southern point. But if you've never been down to Key West, everything is tourist down here. Even the beaches. Off season, off week, week before Memorial Day.
Yes.
Is what we're down here. We're actually staying in Marathon Keys, which you already know that. However, we decided to come to the Key West for the second time in my 50+ years that I've lived in Florida. It's only my second time down here, and
a little too busy.
A little too busy for us, but we decided to come down, check it out, and that's what we're doing. Stop off at this little beach because it was much more quieter, and as you can see, we'll turn around here. It is much more quieter.
Yes.
We got the jetty off there to our right. This beach is virtually empty today. A lot of people out just riding around doing the tourist attraction thing, but not many people laying on the beach. Everybody thinks you come to Key West and it's nothing more than people sunning and tanning. But we happen to be here on the 1 week that is 20 mile-an-hour winds every day. We've only attempted to go offshore once in our boat, and it beat us to death on about 5-foot waves, give or take.
Yeah.
So we drifted back in. We did make it out to Sombrero Reef yesterday, and
yes,
we've got some footage of that. Pretty cool.
Snorkeling.
Snorkeling.
First time. Amazing.
So it's not the best footage, but you know what? We had an awesome time. Made the whole trip worth it. We do, however, intend to get better at it.
Yes.
As the wife told me, we're going to have to start doing this more often, and I totally agree. And I think that's what it's all about. When you come down here, people think that the Keys is this exotic place. Well, Key West is, but then again, Key West is where the mega money's at, and the tourist is. The lower Keys and middle Keys, where we're staying, is where people come and take their vacations. That's where you're going to find most of the hotels that are reasonable, considering we're in the Keys. We're staying at a little place called Coconut Cay, and it's pretty nice. It's clean. Got a nice little canal behind, so we have a boat right out front. But if you were coming down here for the tourist / exotic part of the deal, you have to come to Key West. If you're coming down here to enjoy yourself for about a week and drive down to Key West, Marathon Key or one of the other keys is probably where you want to stay.
They're still expensive, but a little more cost effective out here.
Yeah.
But we're gonna hope for the best.
But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jet skis, a couple windsurfers. We haven't stopped commenting about how pretty the water is down here. I mean, it is just 20 feet down, you can see the bottom.
That smells nasty. Tell us where you're fishing.
7 Mile Bridge. I don't know if I got a good shot of Coconut Cay. It's got some newer buildings, 2-story, then of course the ones that we're in, which are all the canal side.
We have made it home safely from the Keys. We had a really great trip. Knocked a few things off our bucket list. Everything came home pretty good condition. Boat sat in the water for a week and pretty good. Fixing to get pressure washed and a nice clean on it. We've already downloaded it, so we did have one little bit of damage. We hit an outcropping of rock in a very narrow canal, so we did get a little bit of damage on the skag. Other than that, it came out pretty good. We had a few windy conditions that kept us from getting too far out, meaning we did not catch the fish that we were hoping for, not the bucket list fish. So we didn't really come home with anything, but we had a blast. We were able to get out a few miles onto the Atlantic side to the reef. Sombrero Reef, and we did some snorkeling there a couple days. And we also did get a chance to fish over the reefs. Most of what was hanging out there for us on this trip were a little bit smaller.
Juveniles.
Bo did catch his grouper. Unfortunately, it was a little too small to keep, but it was there. So say hi. Yeah, how big was it? So it was overall a very good trip. We definitely enjoyed.